Most fans don't actually realize how incredibly hard it is to three-peat. In the long history of the NBA, only 3 franchises have ever achieved this feat, and a three-peat has only happened 5 times total. George Mikan led the Lakers to 3 straight titles from 52 to 54. Bill Russell led the Celtics to a legendary 8-year championship run from 59 to 66. But there weren't many teams back then, so the level of competition was lower than today. Later, Michael Jordan led the Bulls to 2 separate three-peats, even with a 2-year retirement in between, which gave Hakeem Olajuwon a small window to grab 2 championships of his own. If Jordan had never played baseball, the Bulls could have easily won 8 in a row. The 5th time was from 2000 to 2002. The OK duo matched Jordan with a dominant three-peat. In 2015, 2017, and 2018, the Golden State Warriors beat LeBron James 3 times, winning 3 championship rings in just 4 years. In 2019, the Golden State Warriors were the closest team to achieving another three-peat in decades. To make sure nothing went wrong, the Warriors added even more talent to their 4 All-Stars by strengthening their front court presence. The former #1 center in the league, DeMarcus Cousins, joined the Warriors roster. This move completely shook up the entire league. Usually having 20 All-Stars on one team was already considered a massive threat. Now the Warriors literally had 5 All-Stars starting, including 2 former MVPs. How was any other team supposed to compete? But to secure that three-peat, they didn't care about what others thought. Once the regular season started, this 5-star Warrior squad was for real. Curry caught fire right at the beginning of the year, putting up consecutive 30-point games and dropping 51 points in 3 quarters. And don't even get me started on Durant. Whenever Steve Kerr ran into trouble, he just shouted, "Just give the ball to KD." And that strategy worked every single time because he was simply unguardable. Everyone thought the Warriors' title run would be easy, but not long after, Curry went down with an injury. The Warriors suddenly lost their spark and looked lost on the court, hitting a rough 4-game losing streak. It wasn't until Stephen Curry fought through the pain to return that the Warriors regained their early season dominance. By the end of the season, the Warriors finished 57-25 to lead the West. At that point, everyone believed, with the sheer talent of this 5-star team, they would absolutely cruise through the playoffs and make it straight to the finals. But the underdogs really had nothing to lose. They didn't care if you were the MVP or the top seed. If you stepped on their court, that Clippers squad, AD was ready to give it their absolute all. In Game 1, the Clippers played with insane energy, grinding from start to finish. The Warriors barely escaped with a win. In Game 2, the Warriors were up by 31 points, but the Clippers pulled off a historic comeback and stole the victory. Bad luck always seems to hit at the worst time. Cousins got injured, leaving the Warriors thin inside. Under that huge pressure, Kerr had to use his secret weapon to take control of the series. Going back to giving the ball to KD worked wonders. He made consecutive 30-point games look easy. Game 6 was even more legendary. He dropped 50 points in a masterclass, carrying the Warriors into the second round. Waiting for them were their rivals, the Houston Rockets. During this physical matchup, Curry was back to his old struggles, constantly being targeted by the Rockets in isolation. But with Durant averaging 36 points over the first 4 battles, the 2 teams split the games, tying the series at 2 apiece. Then came the pivotal Game 5. The Warriors caught fire early, leading the Rockets by 20 in the first half. But in the third quarter, Durant got injured and left. The Rockets immediately launched a massive comeback, erasing the entire lead in just 1 quarter. If the momentum had stayed that way, the Warriors were looking at a certain loss. But right then, Curry suddenly took over. In the most critical moments of Game 5 and Game 6, Curry dropped 61 points in the second halves alone. It was truly an incredible individual effort. That sent the team to the Western Conference Finals. But making it to the conference finals was just the start. A Warriors team without Durant was like fighting with one hand tied behind their back. The experts were all predicting, against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers, the Warriors didn't stand a chance. But very quickly, Stephen Curry proved everyone wrong with his performance.